What's going on, everybody? This is Pillbox Movies. I'm Hank, and today we're going to be watching the 1977 film The Turning Point. I heard about this movie from the Vanity Fair video, where a principal dancer from the American Ballet Theater critiqued ballet movies, and Turning Point was on that list, so I knew kind of immediately that I wanted to put it into my queue. The movie stars Shirley MacLaine, Anne Bancroft, which there's also a good video on Anne Bancroft on the channel Be Kind Rewind, and written by Arthur Lawrence, which is a cool shout if you're a musical theater kind of person like I am. Lawrence wrote West Side Story, Gypsy. Oh yeah, Arthur Lawrence also wrote the screenplay for Rope, which is weird. The movie has the distinction of being of having the most nominations for the Academy Awards and not winning in a single category. It shares this distinction alongside The Color Purple, which is hilarious and sad. I don't know if the Academy had some Steven Spielberg beef going on during that year, but Color Purple seems like an easy way to pad your numbers. So good thinking, Academy. So I'm excited to see some for real dancing, not some Save the Last Dance dancing. Ooh. Speaking as somebody with absolutely no formal education on dancing, particularly ballet, I am super excited. I'm super pumped to see where this movie goes. Look at that terrible 1970s font. Oh god. This is like completely wasted on somebody like me, because genuinely I won't be able to distinguish the subtleties and the technical abilities comparing this to something like Black Swan, but I'm excited nonetheless. Oh, just listening to this beautiful music. Oh, look at how many young girls' dreams are being shown right now on the screen.
They've heard the tale of you and Emma rehearsing for the same part 100 times.
We've got a Paul Rudd guy here.
There's no law says we gotta go backstage, you know.
Yes, there is. Come to the party. Relax, Isabel.
Hey, it's
What's the
Mikhail.
point of devoting one's bloody life
Little
to achieving
baby
the perfect
Mikhail.
our best for an audience that's simply... You've held up very well, dearie.
Oh, Jesus.
Sophia.
Already.
Running this company keeps me trim. You could lose a few pounds, Dee Dee. So you always said.
Oh, God. It's like being home. I love any ballet or dance movie worth its weight will have a scene of watching from the wings, because that is
Here you are. Oh, God.
the feeling.
You were wonderful.
Mrs. Robinson.
Well,
I wonder if we're going to be able to see her dance in this.
Amelia, come over here.
Oh, my God.
Look at you, Leslie Brown, so young.
Oh, my God. They don't know how fast time goes, do they?
I'm going to regret watching this movie, honestly. Oh,
Oh, Dee Dee. Oh, Dee Dee.
movies shouldn't make us feel so old all the time.
Tell me something.
Super flattering lighting on Shirley MacLaine. Was that in her, was that a writer in her contract? Anne Bancroft is the principal in this shot,
So some nights.
but she's out of focus and darkly lit despite being in front of a lit mirror. This is why Shirley MacLaine has first billing.
Well, I want her and your father to introduce me to some rich oil folk. I have a ballet school, dearie, and that always means a half a dozen rather lumpy little girls with very rich daddies.
Okay,
Now,
not
I
gonna
won't
lie,
interfere with
this
their
is
business.
Carol.
I know how to handle the rich.
Is this really what producers are like? All producers are somebody from the world of the wealthy who decides to slum it in the arts for a bit?
Серебряные, золотые мои россыпи, родники мои,
Do you sometimes think that some individuals are gifted with
золотые мои
perhaps too many blessings?
Can't you tell us a little something about your new ballet?
и в моем дому шаром.
They'll be dancing in it.
There won't be a swan on stage.
Choreographers. So young, so headstrong.
Really, Mom? Were you as good as Emma, Mom?
No.
I was different.
Very. From the day you both
I'm
came into the
already
company.
building up a bit of a grudge against Shirley MacLaine just because she has first billing, and it's very obvious that she's being portrayed
Well,
more
good night, all.
flatteringly than other people.
Thank you. Hi.
whether in her character or just even in her lighting. In her costuming, she's got this bright pink floral, everybody else is in muted colors. Surely, this speaks too much to your ego.
And a husband like Wayne.
Why are they being so unflattering to Anne Bancroft in all these shots? Look at just the difference, the camera distance between them.
You don't remember when Michael was choreographing Anna Karenina? Yes, of course I do. And who was he rehearsing for the part of Anna? You and me.
Oh, no, just me.
You got pregnant. And you got 19 curtain calls.
We mustn't blame each other. We must blame the patriarchy. Holy shit, she is so thin.
Dad, is it true that Yuri does doubles in the air and then a...
This is cut kind of strangely. Look how long this master is going. It doesn't seem like, and it doesn't necessarily seem like awkward editing because of editing,
They asked me to join the company!
but because of setup.
I didn't tell them I'd go.
She's thin enough that she can act like this. She can act with her chin pointed towards the camera. Most of us don't have that option.
Why don't you go? Why should I go?
You know you want to go. You know you have to keep school open.
Okay, that was clever.
And you know,
This is some comedic editing.
Summer. It's too damn hot here for me.
Cut it there. I almost called it.
Janina's happy as a clam here. And
I know these editors. I'm in their heads. I know him too from somewhere.
Depends on how good you are.
Oh, he's the captain from Alien. He's the kill me guy. Is that Carnegie Hall? Hey, who's a New Yorker now? I do like that they're mostly going for a muted tone. Typically, I think with ballet dancers, there's with portraying ballet dancers on screen, there's a temptation to make them very like florid, or to make them very peacockish and bright and pastel-y, but I don't think that's necessarily true to the culture of ballet dancers in the 70s in New York City. There's a choreographer.
That's as far as I got.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Thank you, everybody. You know, Arnold, it might help if you told me what I was playing.
There's no story, Emma. It's abstract.
There's still a story.
Clear up that, Arnold. I didn't ask who I was playing. I asked, what am I playing? What am I feeling?
Nothing, Emma. You just dance.
Oh, Jesus.
Arnold.
Choreographers.
I was surprised Emma Jacqueline wanted to be in it.
Why? You're a young choreographer. Emma has always worked with young
Michael.
choreographers.
I'm in bad need of a new ballet, Arnold, and you know it. Now, we're using each other, so play fair. You're very talented. Talented enough to change it, so that you can use me at what I can do best. Now.
I'd like to, Emma, but it's not that
This is
simple.
that baseball scene, or they're all baseball scenes in Moneyball. This is like that batting cage scene in Moneyball between Brad Pitt and David Justice.
I'm afraid Arnold wants his choreography to be the only star.
It is, and it should be.
Well,
So you don't want me?
yes and no. The choreography is the element that'll last, but
It is, that's
the choreography is born out of collaboration. You're not going to get very far in this world with that kind of asshole haircut.
How old were you when you started taking lessons?
3, 4? Late.
I was 7.
Late.
Our bodies always objected. I know. But you didn't stay around long enough to find out their revolt. Goodbye, Benjamin.
Hello,
Music.
I honestly haven't really experienced any of this stuff. The loss of performative ability. But thinking about how many generations of people have had to endure this, you gotta feel for them.
How about a beer? No, beg your pardon.
Beer?
I'll make it. No,
Are you trying to ruin me? Ooh, first performance scene. Iconic. You need it in every ballet movie. In Center Stage is when they watch Romeo and Juliet in the red shoes. Actually, I don't remember what they were watching. Oh, it was when they were watching the ballet that, what's his name? His professor stole his music from. I will wonder what happened to this phantom audience of white people who managed to respond favorably and emotionally to ballet, opera, concertos, etc. Because they ain't here anymore. This is very stately. You can like kind of tell that the person who shot this was like a choreographer for like actual ballet, because they've primatized the performance itself over the psychology of the performance, which is something that's a very kind of contemporary way of approaching dance as portrayed in film. Ooh, and I like the kind of the reference to the red shoes shot, although that was a very different context. She is sweaty, and I don't mean from rehearsal. Oh, it's on. Oh, she be extended for his dick. That nice little swallow he gives. Girl, look how much emotion you're putting into this. I honestly could never. This is really not my. This is not my acting bag. I could. Oh, look at that stage. Oh, fuck. They are gonna fuck so hard. Oh man. Yo, art is beautiful, but it's also like just two people raring to go. Ooh. Ooh. Full on Lion King, Elton John. Can you feel the love tonight? They are bursting at the seams. I didn't expect it to go this far. I didn't expect it to go this far! She's still like she's young. She's young.
Answers are dumb. I mean, what do you know? Babies in ballet, right?
Well, what do you know except
Wow.
for music and divorce, right?
I don't expect to hear that from a
One
composer.
moment. The waltz is a bummer. Violets are blue. Tchaikovsky is great. And so are you.
That's nice.
Is it?
I needed
It's a fairly simple rhyme.
Back in the icebox age, I had an apartment on West
Is he like
52nd
wearing a
Street.
completely like shark skin like ensemble? Why is he shining? Ugh, gross.
You don't remember, do you?
Plastic material in his clothes.
Don't.
Who wears a shiny plaid shirt?
Daddy, did you hear about my part in the ballet?
Yeah, Ma wrote that you got the lead.
Yeah.
Well, don't let that animal burger scare you now. You just sick your boyfriend, okay? How is he, by the way?
He's okay. I don't really have time for that sort of thing.
Well, I don't wonder. You know, they always make you a lot harder when you're really good.
Dad having an awkward conversation with his daughter with his shirt completely unbuttoned.
Mom's with Emma. They're always
Big old boy is drunk.
Sometimes she even stays over. Daddy, could you come to New York soon?
You bet, honey. As soon as school finishes, Janine and I are gonna get on the first plane out of here. Okay?
Yes. I love you, Daddy.
I love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, she's like actually like snot nose crying. That's real.
5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4.
God.
Amelia, all that emotion.
Oh God.
For the mad scene of Giselle, not for my ballet. You're not playing an uptight village virgin. You're just a body moving in space with music. Not to
That's
music,
terrible.
with music. That's what dancing is. So please don't fly
That's
around the room
terrible.
moaning.
Get
Don't
away
think.
from me.
Just move as I tell you to move to the counts I give you, okay?
Bar 132. There's no filling, please.
Ooh. Yeah, that accompanist is like, girls throwing shade.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, God. It's good to see your protagonist fail. She's keeping time well. Oh, with the artistic director there. Much, much worse than Black Swan. That pantsuit, much worse than Black Swan. Haha, you're not the mom here. See, it's weird that this movie is presenting Dee Dee Rogers as the protagonist, because she literally does nothing in this movie. So I understand that Shirley MacLaine is a really, really nice coup, and you want to keep her engaged in the script, but her character literally does nothing. Do not hide it. Or you can. That would actually indicate something about your character. But if you just like react weirdly to all these things and don't do anything, then I'm not going to empathize with your struggle.
Very pretty. That horny little Russian
Hey-ya.
so you take it out on me.
When did she take it out on you? Her hair is so
When Daddy and Janina come, do you want them to see?
damaged.
Talk. Can we talk?
Talk to me.
Stop punishing me.
If I didn't believe in you, we'd never have gotten this far.
If I didn't believe in you,
Daddy and I have been
in
away
the
from each other.
10,000
Daddy wouldn't do
something women you are.
How do you know?
I know, Daddy.
Like you know Yuri?
Ew, that's a weird thing to
I'm
suggest.
the only louse? Come on, Amelia. Be fair.
I don't think this is like a good like tack to take with your child, because you're not like taking responsibility for having sex outside of your marriage.
Be more hysterical.
I'm not hysterical.
I'm not hysterical either.
I don't know why you're not.
What do you mean by that?
Maybe you're right. Some lousy gala, biggest night of season. It's only your biggest opportunity. Emilia's biggest opportunity. It's really nothing special.
Eek!
I have to go to the job
He's
again.
turned catty.
Are you gonna be all right?
Real one went for, what did it go for, Mike?
The musicians strike.
Oh, yes, pigs.
She's just called musicians
Oh, hello, Mrs.
pigs.
Stewart. Oh, I love the Stewarts. They gave
Oh.
us $25,000 last year.
Arts administrators.
Terrific dress you gave Amelia, too, but you shouldn't have.
Eek.
Why not?
Okay, bye.
It's my godchild.
Okay. You want to talk things out with other people, but whatever. Ooh, are we going to get a full-on sequence? Finaski. Imagine being able to hear an orchestra again. See people dance again. It's a lonely time we're living in. Tell him Balanchine sent you. Hey, how you doing, Odile? Look at her. She's consumed by artistry. She needs to do it perfectly, to the point of psychosis. Look how transformed she is. She's like virtually flapping on stage. Even now, she's having dark lesbian thoughts. Ooh.
I can't watch it anymore. They're too old for it. That depresses me. If I'm too old to do another one, that depresses me even more.
Yeah, me watching shows at the flea. Are you kidding me? Arnold Berger choreographed to Duke Ellington and he didn't want her to portray any emotion whatsoever? I'm fuming. Jesus Christ. And I actually really like the way that was filmed. That was very powerfully filmed, with the camera in the center, just revolving and following his insane athleticism. Haha! You, Dee! You know what? I'm happy that Anne Bancroft is getting the more somber and dark lighting. I'm glad she's not getting this stupid full studio, like flatly lit thing that Shirley MacLaine's getting.
Do you remember the fairy tale?
She looks so much better with all these shadows on her face. It makes her look so much more deep in thought and having an actual conflict.
Out came diamonds and rubies. Every time the other one opened her mouth,
this is the worst shot. This shot has so much ego in it. They filmed Anne Bancroft's back at such an angle that you can't see her face at all. In this one, and in the reverse, they show off Shirley MacLaine's profile.
You must have kept quite a few bottled up all these years.
Yeah, seriously, she is really resentful for absolutely no justifiable reason. In terms of filmic language, absolutely no good reason. That's her friend that she's holding all these resentments towards, that never slighted her. It was not based on any oh my god. She's crazy. It's madness. I hate that she's the main character.
You knew a ballet like that comes along once in a career and you wanted it. Real bad.
It's unfortunate that you didn't know that.
To make sure you got what you wanted.
Oh my god.
I wanted, I'm too good.
Really?
Yes, really. She's had a 20-year career.
Bullshit, I don't regret mine. Then why are you trying to become a mother at your age?
She's not. She's...
Oh, that's not a little toad.
It's a
large bullfrog.
Weird psychology going on with the Dee Dee Rogers character.
I think of Amelia as a friend.
There's one thing, dearest friend, that you are.
I hate this.
That Amelia, poor darling,
oh my god.
Why
did they make this person the main character? There's absolutely nothing indicated in Emma's character that shows her, or in Emma's character to show her to be like
exactly
this.
How you got where you are.
Thank you. Can we finally decide that Anne Bancroft is the main character of this?
You were using Amelia so that everybody in the room would say, "Isn't Emma wonderful? Isn't Emma marvelous?" You know something?
I
You
mean,
are wonderful.
she-
you are really
she-
amazing
okay.
with your scrapbooks, your old toe shoes, and those stupid, ridiculous little dogs. Well, what are you going to fill in with?
What's
Emma,
wrong with
huh?
her having
Not
dogs?
my daughter! You keep your
Oh my god.
hands off
Look at
my
Shirley
daughter!
MacLaine acting. Such acting. Much impressed. Wow. And it's like terrible that they have to shoot in this outdoor location because like it's filmed terribly and the audio is like kind of messed up for parts of it. This is such a fake argument. Yes, thank you. I hope they just like become friends after this.
I would have said anything to make sure. I just had to have it.
How much what that means to me?
Good enough to threaten me.
How many years I wanted to hear you say just that.
They don't even have like a real friendship.
You think she can make it, Wade?
Kill
Yeah, she
me.
doesn't.
Kill me.
Do care you didn't?
So is this about a mother like learning to let go and letting her child like blossom and fly away. Because like I can count on my finger, I can count on my one hand like how many meaningful conversations they've had together. They've had one fight and the sex talk. Those are the two talking scenes that Dee Dee and Amelia have had together.
Because I wanted to prove to everybody that you weren't gay. And that's part
Gay.
of it.
I knew that.
You did?
This is why this movie didn't win any
I had to prove
Oscars.
it too. So I let you ruin your career.
See,
Well, I saddled you with a family to
this
support you. Could have been something.
this
you could have
is a toxic relationship. This is not a nice family. It's a functional family. It's not a nice family.
done. So did I.
This is Gone Girl. Okay, I'm glad she saw her parents reconcile. See, this was not based on her relationship with her mom at all. Like, the antagonism isn't based on their relationship. It's based on her mom making a mistake and stepping outside of her marriage and not owning up to it. There's no real conflict going on between Dee Dee and Amelia. It's a weird script. That's all I'm saying. It's a weird script.
Why don't ask me?
Adelaide hates to pay overtime.
Why do guys always think that people are looking
That's
for
possible.
their insight or their critiques? Baka.
Let's go on.
That is so beautiful. F me. Why wasn't the entire movie just this? Darren Aronofsky is trembling right now. Trembling. Yeah.
Just one more kiss. It was so good.
I can't express how much I love this like trope or like this depiction of like ballet or dance in movies, that it's always people running through theaters, running up and down stairs and past big velvet curtains because they're so enthused. There's such a rush of energy, and it does capture the energy, I think, of the performing arts that like we don't see in in mainstream culture, of it being very stately and reserved, and
You were absolutely
this is a place of youth and vibrancy and people expressing emotions like unfiltered, and adults reliving that experience through their youth. And I think that's beautiful, and it's like a stark contrast to like the stateliness that we think of for performing arts. I love dance movies. So I had a lot of fun with this. I think this was like really enjoyable. For the most part, light fare, to be perfectly honest. For my money, I think Shirley MacLaine went way too overboard with this, and I don't know if this was like supposed to be a passion project for her or what her into this was, but I think it got milked to a really unflattering and egotistical kind of performance. I think the editing was really funny and weird. I think it was like quirky, but to a degree that it was like self-conscious, and you could like see it in the way that you don't usually see editing for movies, especially this kind of movie. I didn't mind it, but I was very aware of it. Anyways, I had a lot of fun. The Vanity Fair video of like the different movies with dancing and choreography and ballet in them, there were a couple that caught my eye, so I might continue on with some other ones in this example. I had a fun time. These movies are like really light and easy and digestible in a way that maybe movies by John Huston and or Andrei Tarkovsky are not. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a like, share, and subscribe. Pursue your passions. Start training early and persistently. Don't live out the dreams of your mom, because that'll get weird fast. Live out your dreams. Dance freely. Dance with passion. Dance with verve. And keep watching good films.
You knew you were second rate, and that's why you got married. And then you got pregnant because Wayne is a fucking ballet dancer, and that means queer.
He was not.
Why are you so afraid that someone would think that he is? You were terrified then. That's why you got pregnant. You had to prove that he was a man.
That's a goddamn fucking lie.
It's the goddamn truth. You saddled him with a baby and ruined his career. Now she grew up, and she's much better than you, and you're fucking jealous.
And you're certifiable. You use anything as an excuse.
The fuck is that an excuse for?
Taking away my child?
Well, I'll return the compliment. You're a fucking liar.
Yeah? And you're a fucking user. You have been your whole life.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
No.